Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to revision session. In the last video, we have successfully completed the chapter Money and Credit, chapter number 3 in economics. Today we are going to take revision. I am going to conduct revision of money and credit. Revision in the sense I will discuss about this chapter briefly. Main points. Let's begin. So first of all, the concept of money. The concept of money is not a new phenomenon. It gradually transformed from medium of exchange to an important intermediate for purchasing goods and services. It's not like that within few days or overnight that the money came into the existence, but it's like a gradual process. The form of money today we know there is like kind of evolution. So before money came into existence, money generally we refer it as medium of exchange which has value, right? But when money was not there, where people were not used to follow money, so how did they make their transactions? How did they purchase their goods? So that time barter system was there. And barter system was the system of exchange. So in barter system, goods are directly exchanged without the money. Goods and services as well. So goods and services directly exchanged without the use of money between two or more parties who agreed to exchange each other's goods and service. Last time in regular explanation I described it in detail. And the double coincidence of wants is an essential feature of the barter system. Means here we can take that if one person wants to sell rice because he is a farmer, he has stock of rice, and he wants to buy stock of wheat for his needs. So what can he do in this case? Right now we have money as medium of exchange. So like a farmer can sell his rice to the seller, to the trader, to the mandi, and in exchange that person can get money, and that money he can use anywhere he wants. He can spend anywhere. He can store as well money. That is one of the essential features of money. Store. We can easily store. But in barter system, he had to find a customer who wants to purchase rice, and at the same time in exchange, the person who is ready to give wheat. That is called double coincidence of wants. So the major drawback of barter system was lack of double coincidence of wants, as there was no common value of exchange. Money has value of exchange and it has ability of storage. So throughout the time, money eliminated needs of double coincidence of wants, and the money system replaced the barter system. And as I said that evolution of money gradually changed during the different period of time. Means like before people use various things, precious things, semi-precious things, rare things. various things people use as medium of exchange, like teeth of lion, tiger, nails of lions and tigers, otherwise some other animals, sheep, pearls, right, as well as kettles, grains, various things were used as medium of exchange. Those things had their own values. But then after coin came benchmark coins, coins of gold, silver, right, as well as that time used gems, stones, precious and semi-precious stones, gems, etc. were used. But nowadays we use money as medium of exchange, and in modern forms of money we count currency and deposit with banks. So currency, what is currency? It is generally accepted form of money, currency, including coins and paper notes, and currency issued by the government and circulated within an economy of the country. More, the modern currency has no use of it except as medium of exchange. Unlike earlier time, those gold and silver coin had their own value. People could use it by smelting. But now we know that money, notes and coins are pieces of papers and metals, nothing more than it. But those money, those coins and notes have values. More, the modern currency has no use of values other than medium of exchange. In India, Reserve Bank of India (RBI) issues currency notes on behalf of the government of India. The rupee is widely accepted as medium of exchange, and that is legal currency. Currency is legalized by the respective government of the country, and country different countries have monopoly to issue the currency. Other than the respective authority, no other can issue the currency. Now, second, sorry, deposits with banks. It is other form in which people hold money. People deposit their surplus income, extra income, with banks by opening bank account in their names. Banks accept deposits and also pay interest on deposits. If you deposit your additional income with banks, bank will accept and keep your deposit safe. At the same time, banks pay you some interest. More, banks have to pay your deposit banks upon your demand. That is why banks deposits also called demand deposits. So we can we can deposit our money in the banks. At the same time, whenever we need, we can withdraw our deposits as well. Whenever we require, whenever we want, we can withdraw our deposit from the bank. So deposits are then called demand deposits, because upon demand of the customer, banks have to give them their money back. More, check facility. Samples of checks, specimen copies of checks have been sent to your groups. I hope you have observed them, as well as in the video I have explained on the board. So what is check? It is basically paper. It's paper which is instructing to the bank to pay specific amount from the person's account to the person's name in whose name check has been issued. That means if I write check to you or to somewhere else, that means I am giving instruction to the bank, right, to pay some amount to the person on whose name I am writing the check, right? So bank will deduct that amount, that much amount from my account and will pay to the check barrier. If account pay check, cross check, which I explained during the regular explanation, cross check, account pay check, that amount will be deposited in the account holder's account, not into cash. Alright. Now, modern banking system. Banks, as we know, that they deposit from us as well as pay interest on it. So, how do those banks earn? As in the earlier I said, banks actually earn, their major source of income is interest they charges on the borrowers. So let's say about loan activities of banks. Banks accept deposits of the people and pay low interest on it. Banks give advance loan to borrowers and take high interest rate on it. So banks give advance loan. Banks have deposits. This system I explained. So some part of deposits bank keep for daily transaction, for their daily needs, and surplus remaining additional deposits bank utilize to give to the needy, those who want to borrow. This we call that credit. So creation of credit. So what is credit? Credit or loan. Credit or loan refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies to borrower money, goods or services. Money, goods or services with the promise of future payment. If you take money from your friend, from your family, or if you take something from your nearby shop, general store, right, with the promise of future payment, means I will pay you tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or next week or the day on when you will get your pocket money. So this is called credit. A large number of transactions in our day-to-day activities involve credit in some form or the other. We use credit card. Credit card, right? Credit card means we swipe credit card for fuel or for purchasing something. That means banks provide us money, and we promise it. We promise to it. We promise to bank that we will pay on our billing date or before we will pay before the last day of repayment. Right? This way banks give us credit. So there are various forms of credit, like different types of loans: two-wheeler loan, consumer loan, four-wheeler loan, agriculture loan, education loan, medical loan, various forms of loan. Right? Overdraft, that special facility for the current account holders, for traders, for businessmen. Credit card, that is also kind of loan credit. So there are various forms of credit. Credit, we have seen two examples. Let me remind you two examples of credit situation. Credit can be useful, and credit can put you in even in the worst condition. depend that in which condition how you take credit. So before taking credit from someone else, you should think twice. We have seen two stories, two cases actually. Story is not appropriate word. Two cases. One of Salim, who is a businessman, who took credit from his supplier and trader. Somehow he managed his raw material and everything, and he delivered his order successfully. So in his case, that credit kind of poured life in his business, and he earned profit from the with the use of credit. The second case that we have seen the painful situation of a lady, Swapna landless laborer, who had difficult to pay credit which he took from the trader, and ultimately she had to sell his cow for some part of his her land to repayment of loan. So in this case, credit left in the worsened situation. Worse off. So here we have to think before taking credit. Terms of credit. Terms of credit. Terms of credit is set of conditions under which a loan is given. When banks give loan, banks not merely give loans. Okay, if you want to take money, if you are needy, just take loan. That's okay. You pay later. It's not like that. There are certain terms and conditions applicable on the different types of loan. So what basic conditions are there? In terms, we count that the rate of interest, duration of credit, different documents required, payment method, right? Payment method means how to pay, collateral, right? So various these conditions we count as terms of credit. So in terms of credit, may vary according to nature of the lender and borrower. We have seen that variety of credit arrangement, different sources. So on the basis of different sources, terms of credit may vary. Further, next part of reason I'll conduct tomorrow. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, any query, kindly you can mention in the comment box below. As well as many a times as earlier I told you, requested you, if you have any query, any appropriate query or question, you can send your query to the helpline number. Alright. Thank you so much for watching video. See you later.